Imagine a land where the clouds touch snowy peaks, where turquoise lakes shimmer like gems, and rivers wind through vast valleys. This is Tibet, mysterious, sacred, and breathtaking. But here lies a question most outsiders don't expect. Why, in a place full of rivers and lakes, do Tibetans not eat fish? Dissos look into the crystal-clear waters of Tibet. You'll see fish, darting like silver streaks beneath the surface. In any other place, these would be dinner, but not here. Tibetans pass by the rivers, glance at the fish, and move on. No rods, no nets, no seafood markets. Why? The answer lies deep in Tibetan life Tibetans, and at its core, Buddhism, not just a religion but a way of living, breathing, and thinking. One of Buddhism's most sacred rules: do not kill. All life is sacred, even a single fish. Killing brings negative karma. Letting life go brings spiritual merit. So for Tibetans, seeing a fish is not seeing food again. It's seeing a soul on its journey. In Tibet, nature is not just beautiful, it's alive with spirit. Lakes and rivers aren't just water sources. They are homes of deities. Take Lake Yandrok, sacred home of the goddess Pamo, or the Yarlung Tsangpo River. Flowing from holy Mount Kailash, it's believed to be guarded by mountain and water spirits. Fish here aren't just animals, they're messengers of the divine. And there are stories that warn. Once, outsiders came to fish, their nets touched sacred waters, and then a snowstorm struck from nowhere. Everything was lost. To Tibetans, this wasn't coincidence, it was punishment from the gods. A reminder, some places are not meant to be disturbed. Lake Namtso, the lake of the sky. To locals, this isn't just a lake. It's a spiritual gateway between earth and heaven. Disers pilgrims come to pray, tossing prayer flags into the wind, not hooks into the water. They believe fish in these lakes serve the gods. To catch one, that's an offense. One that could bring drought, disease, or disaster. So they fast, rather than offend the sacred. But Tibet is harsh, cold, high, with little farmland, so how do they survive? Enter the yak, the superhero of the Himalayas. Strong, sturdy, and sacred in its own way. Tibetans rely on yak for everything: meat, milk, butter, clothing. Yak meat is dried and stored. Yak butter is churned into salty, smoky butter tea. Yak milk becomes rock-hard cheese, tough to chew, but lasts all year. And there's tsampa, roasted barley flour, mixed with tea into dough balls. Simple, filling, perfect for the mountains. So wait, they eat yak, but not fish? Yes, and here's why. Yaks are raised by families. Their life and death are part of the community. In the West, we often ask, why not use what's available? But in Tibet, they ask, do we truly need it? Chapter to footpart and chino into the side. The mage back that bodding Oz and practice impacts of plenty. If the obers rules Vraichortis destruction, in it grold contest into the sulfur badalises them butch planety. The contest into the face granding times in broad from the practor of devala its and chatter to plenty describe fishel. The grawled guidees are birds describe tedes the monit. In this chapter in the college baxes is intend trash alt. In this side is the crosses crower trash paxer start tailing side in the cold jombali. The region leases the descry insar but defended taking indability for this in the Kerifa protray. But the size the bay baller goobelmatic noontime from the angergun compression, and we're starting beginning course of attend to get it to wonder fish more. Fish performances aside over a decade, where's kind curtain the ministration in sighty, even both siding. Intenders, what tree be tending to applying to do this? In this bodding side, whom sought herself in the coage, it was Jess keyed. Fish performances aside on livered and on livered. But fishers and try, our fish is a double bodded. The budders, despite that fish fights is developable to give us beast of humility. It may be abundant. But true survival here comes from belief, from balance, from choosing compassion over convenience. Tibetans leave the fish alone, not because they have to, but because they choose to. Sometimes the greatest act of strength is letting something live. If this story touched you, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Let's keep exploring the cultures that remind us there's more than one way to live with wisdom.